What do you know about the lineup today?
Well, a very good morning to you and our viewers at home. But perhaps before we get on to today, let's talk about yesterday, where we had the NPA deputy head, that is Willie Hofmeyer, giving his testimony regarding, of course, the fitness to hold office of both Advocate Jiba and Advocate Mrwebi, and essentially he painted a very, worrying picture of how the NPA has been functioning, saying that since the prosecution back in 2007 of Jackie Celebi, the former police commissioner, the NPA has been politically captured, saying that there are people within the NPA that are working with outside forces to sabotage cases internally. So certainly this, coming from a current deputy of the NPA, is quite telling of the situation that he claims is happening right there at the NPA. You remember, he is the deputy head of the NPA, the same position that Advocate Nomgcobo Jiba holds. But of course, we know that Advocate Nomgcobo Jiba, alongside with Advocate Mrwebi, are suspended pending this inquiry into fitness to hold office. And we've had a variety of their colleagues that have come out here in the first 2 weeks painting a picture of, decisions that are being taken to benefit politicians, or some, in the case of Mrwebi, they are alleging incompetence at certain points. And of course, we've had that Richard Mdluli case, which is seen to also be quite a strong one in terms of a case that started to show the cracks within the NPA. And so those are some of the testimonies that we have received this week. And perhaps if I can just call the commission spokesperson, that is Mokgoro. Thank you very much. Talk to us about today. We're starting a bit earlier. We're expecting 2 witnesses. Let's talk about that. Who's coming here today?
We are expecting Colonel Kobus Rulofse, and he is the first member of the South African Police Service to join the inquiry, and he'll be giving evidence in as far as it connects to the cases that he used to handle under the anti-corruption task team.
And this case is Richard Mdluli's case one of them?
Yes, it would be.
Okay, and now talk to us about, I think Advocate Mrwebi is also coming?
Advocate Mrwebi is also coming, and yes, he's also, as you said earlier, is part of the NPA, but he will take us back and he will drill down to the details in terms of how he used to work and how certain cases were handled as far as the two advocates are concerned.
Of course, hearings are continuing into next week. We're still expecting Gerrie to confirm if he's coming through. We know that Johan Boysen, who we had reported would be here today, but it turned out the schedule has changed. So Johan Boysen's the former head of the Hawks in KZN. We were expecting him this week, but that's not the case. The schedules keep changing.
The schedules keep changing, and we only confirm, as I said earlier, yesterday, funny enough, that at the end of the day, we are able to say for sure that so-and-so has confirmed, and everything in terms of arrangements have been made for that person as a witness to come through and address the inquiry.
Thank you very much. That's the Mokgoro Enquiry spokesperson, Mrwebi, just giving us some details as to what to expect, and just confirming that some of the witnesses' names have not yet been confirmed, but hearings are going to continue very much into next week. As I mentioned to her, we're expecting Gerrie to possibly give testimony, as is been requested, to come to the inquiry. I think Lawrence Mrwebi has indicated that he's willing to take the witness stand. I was having a chat with him yesterday. So hearings are going to continue into next week. And it's quite interesting that we have this inquiry that's ongoing into fitness to hold office of 2 senior NPA advocates, while at the same time today a new NPA head is being introduced to the staff of the NPA in Pretoria by the Minister of Justice and Correctional Services, Michael Masuta. And with that, Desiree, back to you.
Thank you so much, Sipho Stirman, bringing us the latest in terms of that inquiry. We'll keep dipping into those proceedings as we try to bring you coverage of all the other occurrences that are happening throughout the country. Now, ANC's deputy